This video serves as a brief introduction to Excel Publisher and precedes a series of tutorial videos. First question then, what is Excel Publisher? Well, it's an Excel add-in provided by Precision Point for interrogating, analyzing, browsing, querying, writing reports against Precision Point data. If we take a look at an example, basically Excel Publisher creates tables of data, much like this. Calls these tables of data info sets, and they're made up of rows and columns and also report filters. So much like a pivot table, but you can do quite a bit more than a pivot table. We can add our own sort of user-defined calculated variances to grids, and we can use all of Excel's formatting to present reports. But you don't necessarily need pivot table skills to learn Excel Publisher. So here, this example, an income statement, a dynamic report. So by that I mean we can refresh the report, we can operate these slices down here. So I'm currently looking at income statement July. I can switch over to November and the report refreshes. Also, we're able to drill down and look at, in this case, posting accounts below subtotaling accounts. We're able to navigate around the Precision Point data, so I may want to replace these typical income statement variance columns with rather a trend, so to put transaction dates across the columns. If we just have a little look quick look behind the scenes, and I open up the edit screen behind this info set, we can, again, if you're familiar with pivot tables, you recognize these sort of windows where we've defined exactly what's running down the rows, across the columns, or being used as a filter on the report. So here, our chart of accounts being organized down the rows, and some dates going across the columns. Some more examples. Top 10. So we can create tables of data or charts of data here, all dynamically driven by these slices. So these top 10s currently looking at based on revenue. I can switch to see top 10 customers and products based on profitability. Further example, aging report, again a table of data, this time with customers listed down the rows and the Precision Point aging dimension running across the columns. Quick peek, again, behind the scenes, we can see a very simple selection of dimensions to create an aging report. A chart here, again, being driven off of the same data set. Another example, a balance sheet, this time in a symmetrical butterfly format. There's many added features that take Excel Publisher beyond what a pivot table can do against cube data. One of the things here being the ability to add comments tied to individual rows and date selections in this case. So I'm simply able to refresh the report and then double click on cells and add comments linked to the data. If I switch over to May, we'll see some comments I added against May earlier. So that's a brief introduction to Excel Publisher and the tutorial videos which will follow.